I'm in the mood for love. Um, Not really. I'm actually in the mood to organize my kitchen cabinet. Hi everyone! I know this looks horrendous, and I would like to blame this big mess on an earthquake or something, but I cannot tell a lie. It was done by none other than me, myself, and I. If you'll excuse me for a moment, I'm just gonna go to the corner of the room and hang my head in shame. Okay, let's first take a look at the upper shelf. Last week I was trying to find some tapioca starch, which is this bag right here, and I had a hell of a time trying to find it because it got lost in this black hole. I was frustrated and fed up with my cabinet looking this way, so I decided it will look like this no more. This shelf is where I usually store all my different flours, sugars, starches, and powders. The bottom shelf is where I store my dried noodles, rice papers, Asian spices, and seasonings. I had stopped by the 99 cents only store last week and bought these cute, pastel colored storage containers. The storage containers come in green, pink, and blue. I couldn't decide on which color to choose, so I just bought them all. These round containers are sold as a set of 3, so you get a small, medium, and a large container, all for 99 cents. These rectangular containers are sold as a set of 2, so you get 2 storage containers for 99 cents. These large squared containers are sold individually, so they're 99 cents each. Okay, let's get started on organizing my kitchen cabinet. First, we'll need to take everything out of there. This here is everything that was inside the cabinet on the top shelf. First thing I need to do is get rid of anything that has expired. Also, there are many duplicate items that I didn't even know I had, so those will be consolidated. Here's the bottom shelf, and I'm going to take out only all the stuff that you see in the front first. We'll take care of the stuff in the back later since they are already in containers. Like I said earlier, the bottom shelf is mostly all my Asian spices, dried noodles, and rice papers. Okay, now I'm going to take out the containers in the back of the cabinet and place them on the counter as well. In these containers are more spices, flours, and powders. Oh my! I'm going to use this white basket to store my dried noodles, and any open packages of noodles were all placed into one Ziploc bag. And buried underneath everything in the cabinet are actually 2 white baskets that I have had for many years, so I'm just going to reuse those. The less money I have to spend on organizing supplies, the better. As you can see, I have multiple packages of these black fungus mushrooms, so they will all be consolidated and put into one of the large round containers. So here's the tapioca starch that I was looking for last week. I'm going to pour it into one of the rectangular containers so that it will be easier to find. I'm going to apply an adhesive label to all of my containers so that I can easily identify the items in my cabinet. I had this label maker that I had purchased about a week ago on eBay for my mom because she's now in a nursing home. I had to attach her name to all her clothes, otherwise they'd get lost. I'm also going to use this label maker to make labels for the storage containers. These are multiple packages of star anise, so I'm going to place them in one of the large round containers as well. Hey, you guys want to see how a new label printer works? I'll show you. Just press this red button here to turn it on. Let me just clear the letters that are on there right now. And then just type in whatever it is you want it to print. Then press the print button in the center. The machine will then spit out a label. To cut the label, just press the blue button on the side. That's it. It's as simple as that. Even a dummy like me can do it. Here are multiple bags of rock sugar, and they will also go into a large round container. The baking soda will go into one of the medium round containers. For my second white basket, I'm going to use it to store all of my Asian spices. I also just wanted to quickly mention that I had found these two white melamine trays at a thrift store. They were sold as a set, so I only paid 99 cents for the pair. What an awesome deal that was! Woohoo! These trays will come in handy because my cabinets have deep shelves and I can use these trays to easily slide things in and out of them. I'm going to place the large round containers on the tray so that I can have easy access to them. I'm going to take out all the items in the old round containers on the left, sort them, and then transfer them over to the new square containers. All the different flours are now neatly stored in this large squared container. Like the dried noodles, I'm going to take all the open packages of rice paper and put them all into a Ziploc bag. In this slightly crushed container are some coriander seeds and a few different packages of powders. These packages of coriander seeds will all be combined and placed into one of the medium round containers. And these bay leaves will go into one of the small round containers. These cinnamon sticks are long, so they'll go into the last large round container. We're almost done, guys! Now I'm going to organize all these packages of powders and place them into one of the large square containers. There's also 2 pho seasoning packets that I'll place in this container as well. And all I have left to organize are the sugars. And for the sugars, I like using these rectangular containers because I can stack them one on top of another. The boxes of sugars fit perfectly into these containers too. That's it, we're done. Everything has been put back onto the shelves, and this is what my newly organized cabinet now looks like. I love, love, love it. Here's a closer look at the top shelf. If I need any of the spices in the basket, I can just take the basket out like this. And I love having the labels on top of the spices so I can quickly identify them without having to actually pick up the containers itself to see what it is. And if I need anything from one of the round containers, I can just pull the tray out like this. I can't believe how much space I now have in my cabinet. It's awesome! Okay, now let's take a look at the bottom shelf. For the bottom shelf, I have placed the containers of flours, powders, and sugars in the front for easy access. Okay, let me take out these containers so that you can see what I had placed in the back. And in the very back of the bottom cabinet is the bag of rice papers and the basket of dried noodles. I don't need those too often, so they can be placed behind the containers. The containers of sugar are also placed on a tray, and behind the sugar is a round blue container which has all-purpose flour in it. That container was also purchased at the 99 cents only store. Also, a few of the labels started to peel off on some of the containers, so I had to place a little bit of tape on the ends of the labels to keep them from coming off. Okay, so I ended up with these 3 extra containers, but I would just save them for future use. I'll just place the 3 extra containers in the very back of the top shelf. With all the extra space in the back of the cabinet, I decided to make a trip back to the 99 cents only store to buy 3 more of the round containers. I love these containers and they're such a good deal. If I don't get them now, they may not be available later. Look, and even with the extra containers in the back, I still have some space left. The total cost for today's kitchen cabinet makeover is $11 plus tax. I made these organization videos because I wanted to show you all that you don't have to spend a ton of money to organize your home. Just declutter, reuse any supplies that you already have at home, and be sure to shop the discount stores for any additional organizing supplies you may need. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Don't forget to check out my Facebook page. I hope you all have a fantastic day. I'll see you later, alligator. Bye.